Hello everyone, this is Easy Natural English with Liam. And today I want to talk to you about short versions of words or groups of words that native speakers use all the time. So I did an episode about this before, and today is going to continue from that episode. So if you haven't seen the other one, go back and watch that one or listen to that one and then come back here again. Because some of the words I'm going to explain today will lead on or will be connected to that last episode. But first, let's start with a really important one, and that is cause. So what does cause mean? Cause is the short version of because. Because just becomes cause. And this is used a lot by all types of people. So if someone says, for example, why are you going to the shop? The other person might say, 'cause I want to buy some milk. 'Cause I wanna. And in the last episode, we learned wanna. So I hope you've listened to the last one where we talked about this. So 'cause I want to buy some milk. So instead of saying because I want to buy some milk, most native speakers will just say 'cause I want to buy some milk. And it can be in the middle of the sentence too, like I'm going because I want to buy some milk. And yeah, this one is used quite a lot. So yeah, look out for this when you're watching movies and things. You'll definitely hear that. Another important pattern that I want to talk about is what happens with the word you. So in the other episode, I talked about when you is followed by T, it can become cha, like don't you wanna go, don't you wanna go. But I want to talk about some other things that happen to you. And one is it just gets reduced to ya a lot. So you've probably heard people say see ya. So if you say, when you're saying goodbye to someone, if you say see you, it sounds like really unnatural. It's kind of hard to listen. It's kind of hard to hear. Yeah, it's much better just to say see ya. And this will happen in any part of the sentence. So people might say something like, if they're saying like, do you want to go? Do you want to go? And often when people are speaking quickly and in conversation, they drop the do, and this you will just become ya. So they might say something like, you want to go? And again, this want to reduced to wanna. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? You want to drink some coffee? So yeah, you'll hear this a lot, especially like when people are making questions and things. And sometimes it really gets reduced sometimes to just, you wanna? You wanna? It just becomes like a why almost. And sometimes completely taken away. Wanna go? So yeah, you gets reduced a lot. So look out for that. And yeah, also this can happen with your, when we say like, what's a good example? Like in the other episode, when I talked about these short versions, I talked about gimme. Remember gimme? Gimme was give me. So someone might say, gimme your keys. Gimme your keys. And that would be give me your keys. Give me your keys will just become, give me your keys. Give me your keys. You see? You might be thinking, wow, this is so difficult, but don't worry, you will get used to it. Especially if you keep listening to natural, native sounding English, you'll start to get used to these patterns. But yeah, you will often just, you and your will just get reduced to ya. And some other common words that get really smushed, they get really squashed and reduced. And you might have heard this one before, is when people say come on. When we say like, come on, let's go, people will usually just say, come on. Come on. So that come just becomes like ka. Come on, let's go. And also, yeah, let's go often will get reduced to let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. So yeah, there's a lot of these because everybody, we're all busy people. We need to speak a bit faster. Come on, let's go. We have no time to say, come on, let's go. So yeah, that will get reduced a lot. And this happens with some other words. When they get pushed together, the first word just becomes like a letter. So like when we say some more, a lot of people will just say small. So not by itself, but when it's in a sentence, like, do you want some more? Do you want some more? People will just say, you want some more? And again, this yeah, you want some more? You want some more? You want some more? Some more? Some more? You see, it just gets really squashed down. You want some more? Want some more? Yeah, so you might hear this, like if you're in a restaurant or something in America or UK or Australia or someone else, you might have like finished a coffee or finished some food and they might say, would you like some more? And now you know, what's more? Oh, some more. Would you like some more? Yeah. Okay, so look out for that one. What else have we got? So so I talked about some ways that you can be reduced, and also the word them is reduced a lot. Like people, if they say, did you tell them? They'll often just say, did you tell them? Did you tell them? Tell them. So this at the beginning, this TH just gets dropped. Yeah, tell them. Tell them what you said. Tell them. Also, like if I had some books, for example, that I was giving you, I could say, here, have them. Have them. So not have them, but here, you can have them and you can keep them. So what's keep them? Keep them. Yeah, you can have them and you can keep them. So yeah, this them first bit gets dropped off and just becomes So also, like with the others, look out for these when you're watching TV shows and movies, listening to any like native speakers. I promise you will hear this a lot, like tell them, keep them. Yeah, you'll definitely hear this a lot when you're watching TV shows and things, so look out for it. So in the other episode, I talked about how would have can become woulda. So like if I want to say like I would have gone, just becomes I woulda gone. And I also said that should have can become shoulda, and could have can become coulda. And one of my students, it was a very good question. So if you don't know, I teach on italki. Check out the link in the description if you want to take a lesson with me. One of my students on italki said, doesn't this happen with the negative version too? So would not have, or could not have, or should not have. And it was a good question, and also it's correct. So when people say would not have, or it could be wouldn't have, they just say wouldna. So same as the positive version, the have gets reduced to a. So would have becomes woulda. Yeah, would not have or wouldn't have just becomes wouldna. So I wouldn't have done that. So like if someone tells you something that you think was a bad idea, you know, they said, oh, I bought a new car, spent, $10,000, and you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. You can say, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. And it can also be reduced to just wouldn't have as well. So sometimes that have just becomes like VE. So there's no difference. Just some people will say wouldn't have, I wouldn't have done that. And sometimes people might say wouldn't have done that. And it's the same with the positive version. Someone could say I could have done that, or they could say I could have done that. So yeah, there's few ways to get these reduced down, but of course like couldn't have would be even more reduced than couldn't have. Yeah, so look out for these. There's a few variations, but like I said in the other episode about this topic, there's a lot of patterns. So the more you learn, the more it gets easy to spot these, and the more it gets easier to understand these. So it will happen with time, don't worry. Okay, so in the other episode about contractions, about these short versions. I also talked about how to gets reduced to a. Like, for example, I want to go, we get I wanna go. If we have I'm going to go, we get gonna go. And I told you this is a pattern to look out for, but then I also thought there are two more really important ones that I should mention because people use them a lot. So one of them is when we talk about past things that we used to do that we don't do anymore. You might know we say I used to. For example, then this is true about me. I used to live in Spain. Now I live in Japan. So this I used to just becomes I used to. I used to live in Spain. Now I live in Japan. This also happens with supposed to. So if I say, for example, if I'm waiting for my friend and he's late, I can say, oh, he was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago. He was supposed to be here. So this supposed to becomes supposed to. He was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here. Yeah, so this used to and supposed to, these are two more words with to that get used a lot. So I just thought I would point these out to you. And then the last one, I just want to say a bit of a bonus one. So this one is only heard in the UK. Do Australians say this? No, usually Australian English and New Zealand's English is quite close to British English. But this last example is very British. And you'll even hear Americans saying this word when they are trying to pretend to be a British person. And this word is innit. So innit means isn't it? And it's used as a way to confirm things. So if you go to the UK or if you watch like a British movie or TV show, you will hear this. If you want to sound like super British, you can use it yourself. But people will, for example, drink a cup of tea, which is a very British thing to do. Drink a cup of tea and they might say, this is good, innit? This is good, innit? So that means like, this is good, isn't it? You know, this is good, don't you think so? It's good, innit? It's good, innit? So yeah, it's not used by everyone. To be honest, I don't use this, but basically everyone in my family uses this word. Yeah, and it's used quite a lot. So look out for it if you're visiting the UK or if you live in the UK or talking to British people. Or if you want to sound British, next time you talk to a British person, you can say like, nice day, innit? Nice day, innit? And you'll probably make them laugh because it sounds very British. Anyway, thank you all very much for listening today. And a special thank you to my Patreon subscribers. You guys make me very happy. If anyone else wants to make me super happy, please check out the link for my Patreon in the description of the YouTube and the podcast. But for now, thank you all very much. I will see you all back here next time.